Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news now. Browns fans, buckle up because what's happening right now in Cleveland is something you definitely don't want to miss. It's a story that's been unfolding over the past few weeks, but the latest developments are shaking up the quarterback situation in a way that's got everyone talking. And trust me, this isn't just about who's under center. This is about the identity of the Browns and where they're headed in this season and beyond. It all started with Sheduer, a name that's been buzzing around not just because of his talent, but because of the drama surrounding his role in Cleveland. Sanders, the former college star and a rookie drafted in the 5th round of the 2025 NFL Draft, has become a lightning rod for discussion, especially after some of his recent comments and reactions to the team's decisions. Sheduer, as many of you know, was once seen as a potential first-round pick, a guy with a lot of hype coming out of college. But the draft day didn't quite go as expected. He fell to the 5th round, which was a surprise for many analysts and fans. Still, falling that far didn't diminish the buzz around him. If anything, it added a bit of intrigue. The Browns, in need of depth at quarterback, saw potential in Sanders, but they also had some clear plans for their roster. As it stands, Dillon Gabriel, the 3rd-round pick, has been given the chance to start in Week 5, which has sparked a lot of reaction from Sanders himself. Now, the decision to bench 40-year-old Joe Flacco, a seasoned veteran and Super Bowl champion, was a bold move by the Browns. It signals that they're looking to develop their younger talent, and Gabriel, who was a bit of a surprise pick, has been given the shot to prove himself. Gabriel, the former Oregon quarterback, was viewed as a late-round prospect, more of a 6th or 7th-round guy, yet Cleveland saw something in him. His move up the depth chart was rapid, and for good reason. His arm talent, decision-making, and leadership in practice have impressed the coaching staff, enough to earn the starting role over Flacco, who's been a stabilizing veteran, but perhaps no longer the future of the franchise. But here's where things get interesting. Sheduer, despite being a 3rd-string quarterback, has been vocal about his ambitions. He's openly talked about wanting to be a starter someday, which naturally ruffled feathers in Cleveland's locker room. And his reaction to being demoted or not being the starter has been quite the spectacle. When asked about his role on Wednesday, Sanders chose to go silent, literally. Instead of giving a typical answer, he pretended to be a mime, making it clear that he was trying to send a message without words. Now, that might seem like a bold move, or maybe just a way to avoid controversy, but it definitely drew a lot of attention. And as if that wasn't enough, the situation escalated further when former NFL coach Rex Ryan, known for his outspoken style, blasted Sanders on ESPN's Get Up show. Ryan didn't hold back, calling Sanders and his attitude an embarrassment for the league. He criticized the rookie's behavior, saying, "This kid talks and he runs his mouth," and pointed out how Sanders had said he believed he could be a starting quarterback, even crossing his arms in a gesture that many fans interpreted as arrogance. Ryan's words were harsh but reflective of a concern many Browns fans and NFL followers share: how the young quarterback's attitude might impact team chemistry and the locker room dynamic. But let's take a step back for a moment and analyze what all of this means for the Browns. Cleveland is a team that's been trying to find stability at quarterback for years. They've brought in veterans like Baker Mayfield, Deshaun Watson, and others, but nothing has truly clicked in recent seasons. The team's roster has been competitive, but the quarterback position has often been a weak link. Now, with Gabriel taking the reins, it's an opportunity for the Browns to see if they've found their guy, someone who can lead the offense and bring consistency. Gabriel's college stats, which aren't spectacular but are promising, show a player who can make plays, spread the ball around, and who has the mental toughness needed for the NFL. Meanwhile, Sanders' situation is a reminder of how quickly things can change in the NFL. A player with high expectations, who once had a lot of media attention, can find himself on the fringes if he doesn't handle the situation maturely. His reaction, or rather his silence, and the subsequent reactions from figures like Rex Ryan, highlight how much attitude and professionalism matter at this level. It's one thing to be talented, it's another to show leadership, humility, and resilience. Sanders, despite his college success, is still very much in the early stages of his pro career, and these moments are shaping whether he will be part of Cleveland's future or if he'll have to prove himself elsewhere. Now, for the Browns, this quarterback shuffle could be a blessing or a curse. Gabriel's opportunity to start might give the team a fresh perspective on their offense. His ability to execute the game plan, manage the clock, and avoid costly mistakes will be crucial in the upcoming weeks. Cleveland's offense, which has struggled at times to find rhythm, could benefit from Gabriel's more measured style of play. The coaching staff, led by Kevin Stefanski, is known for their offensive ingenuity, and they will now tailor the game plan around Gabriel's strengths. But don't forget, the Browns also have a talented roster on both sides of the ball. Their defense, anchored by stars like Myles Garrett, continues to be among the league's best, capable of keeping them in every game. If Gabriel can provide stability at quarterback, Cleveland could become a serious playoff contender once again. The AFC North, as always, is highly competitive, with teams like Cincinnati and Baltimore vying for supremacy. But if Cleveland's quarterback situation stabilizes and the team plays up to its potential, they could be a dark horse in the conference. Coming back to Sanders, though, there's no denying that his attitude and reactions have made headlines. His choice to remain silent, mimicking a mime, might be a clever way to avoid further controversy, but it also reflects the pressures and expectations he's facing. Being a quarterback in the NFL isn't just about physical talent, it's about leadership, mental toughness, and handling adversity with grace. Sanders' future in Cleveland depends on how he manages these moments. Will he learn from this experience and grow as a player and leader? Or will this become a distraction that hampers his development? And let's not forget, the NFL is a league that's constantly evolving, with young quarterbacks emerging and taking their shot. The competition is fierce, and the spotlight is unforgiving. Sheduer Sanders is still very young and has a lot of room to improve. His college stats, though not detailed here, show a player with potential, but the NFL demands a different level of consistency and maturity. The next few weeks will be crucial for him, not just in terms of playing time, but also in how he handles setbacks and criticism. For Browns fans, it's a fascinating time. On one hand, you have Gabriel stepping up and showing promise. On the other, Sanders' story is unfolding in a way that could either propel him to new heights or serve as a cautionary tale. This quarterback drama adds an extra layer of drama to an already exciting season for Cleveland. The team's management, coaching staff, and players are all watching closely, knowing that the decisions made now could influence their Super Bowl aspirations years down the line. What's clear is that the Browns are at a crossroads. The decisions they make at quarterback will shape their identity this season and beyond. Whether it's Gabriel leading the offense with stability or Sanders eventually rising to the challenge, the story is still being written. And Browns fans, you're right in the middle of it, witnessing firsthand how these moments can define a franchise. The passion, the highs, the lows, this is what makes being a Browns supporter so special. It's a roller coaster, but one that's always worth riding. So, as we look ahead, keep an eye on Cleveland's quarterback situation. The upcoming games will tell us a lot about where this team is headed. Will Gabriel continue to impress and earn the full-time starting role? Will Sanders find a way to turn things around and prove his doubters wrong? Or will this whole saga serve as a stepping stone for future growth? Whatever happens, one thing is for sure. Cleveland Browns football is never dull, and this season might just be one of the most electrifying yet in recent memory. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on all this quarterback drama? Do you believe Gabriel is the right guy to lead the team moving forward? Or do you see potential in Sanders that just needs time to develop? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinions matter so much to us and to the team. This is your channel, your football family, so let's keep this conversation going. And don't forget, I'll be back very soon with more updates, analysis, and all the latest news about the Browns. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep riding this roller coaster together. Cleveland Browns forever.